Garron Noone, the biggest social media influencer in Ireland, is taking a 6 month or a few months hiatus, taking a few months off from Instagram and posting once again. Not clear exactly what this video is about. One of my loyal subscribers sent me this video, said, Chris, you have to check it out. He's taking another break. The only last time he took a break in the last few years was when he got massive backlash from a lot of people in Ireland when he talked about immigration. You know, he was called far right. He lost a lot of his sponsors. That's the last time he took a break for about a week. I called it. I was actually correct. I said, I bet he didn't leave his house for a week. I bet he has massive anxiety, like he said before in his videos, you know, years ago, that he has huge anxiety and this kind of thing. And I was correct because he said it recently in a News Talk article, in a News Talk presentation. So it's crazy to see that, you know, these social media icons are getting, you know, cucked basically into stopping social media because their subscriber base are offended by certain things that he says, okay? They're not offended by his words, by his obscenities, by his other things, but they are offended when he talks about immigration and homelessness and, you know, jobs and economics in Ireland. It's completely ridiculous and unbelievable. We're about to watch the video today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, we like Garron Noone, but unfortunately he kind of sold out as well, you know, politically. Unfortunately, you know, he has to make money. So do I blame him? I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, guys. I couldn't sell out my own people, but hey, you have to make money. What is it? What's that famous quote that everyone's saying in my comments? They're saying sold out for 30 pieces of silver, you know, like they sold out Jesus. So I don't know, guys, it's a crazy thing. Let's hear exactly why he's taking a break.
Hello, delicious people. You're looking fine. I'm going to be saying a little goodbye to you today. Just a tiny little goodbye. Just maybe for a couple of months. I just need to take a small little social media break. I've been posting videos pretty much every day for the last 2.5 years, and it's been my great fucking pleasure to do so. There's a lot of I've
been posting every day on YouTube for like 4 years now, 4 years. You know, and I'll be honest with you guys, it doesn't get fatiguing. Like, you know, especially if you're making money from it, I don't really know why a lot of these social media stars, you know, stop doing videos. It doesn't get fatiguing at all. You know, you don't get fatigued from it. It's just, like I said, he has a lot of mental health issues. People absolutely came after him with the whole immigration thing. The left, the woke mob came after him when he started talking about different things on immigration. So crazy stuff.
Ideas I have that I want to work on. I have a few gigs coming up and some other bits. So I kind of need to put my focus there for a little while. And to be honest with you, I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself, trying to feel like I'm worthy of the numbers of people who are watching the videos and all that. And I think I just need to get my head out of the game for a little while, and I'll come back nice and fresh with me lovely new ideas, and we'll have a great crack together. I want to thank you from the absolute...
Very likable guy. Very likable guy. Unfortunately, like I said, guys, once you get in the system, the matrix, it just eats you up. Once you start getting money from the establishment, from Coca-Cola, you know, Pepsi, you start getting sponsors of MyProtein, sponsors of all these different companies in Ireland, you know, the money gets addicting, guys. You know, it gets addicting. You know, I like Manscaped. The only ever sponsor I ever got was Manscaped, and they allowed me to do whatever I wanted. I could say whatever I wanted. They didn't tell me anything. They just said promote it, and I absolutely love it. I use it every single week, have done for the last 2 years whenever I got it. I absolutely love it. And I don't even promote it anymore. You know, I'm not even, you know, I'm not sponsored by them anymore, but it's a great product, you know. But unfortunately, these people, once they start getting money from the establishment, you know, it changes you as a person, guys. The money changes people.
Bottom of my cunt of a soul for everything you've given me over the last few years. All of the opportunities, all of the people I've got to meet, everything good has come from you, and I really fucking appreciate it, and you'll never understand how much I do. To thank you, I want to leave you with a bit of a parting gift. A lot of the money that I make from social media and stuff, I like to put it in a little pot and give it to charity, and I don't believe that money is coming from me. It's coming from you, the people that watch, so thank you so much for that. It's been able to help with animals and homelessness and all sorts of important things. And today I want to make a €10,000 donation on behalf of you good, delicious people to Doctors Without Borders. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment. I know you're hearing about that everywhere. You probably don't want to hear about it from me. But they do excellent humanitarian work. And I just think it's a great charity to give to. So thank you very much for that.
Shout out to Doctors Without Borders. Absolutely amazing. 10,000 euros. This guy has so much money, guys. But like I said, you know, a lot of the times when you grow up with nothing and then you get some money, you know, it's hard to part with it, guys. You know, it's hard to even give to charity sometimes. But this guy, you know, I don't know, do these people feel guilty about selling out? Or I'm not saying he's selling out. I'm just saying a lot of people give away their money. And it, you know, a lot of it's not altruistic. A lot of it is just because they feel guilty. Does he feel guilty about something? I don't know, guys. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, the karma catches up. If you're not being honest with your soul, the karma catches up to you guys. You know, if you're not being honest with your you know, your soul and yourself and your spirit, and if you're screwing over people or you're not standing up for what you believe in, your soul will be eroded. Absolutely.
Contacted them to make the donation, and as soon as they receive the money, I'll put up confirmation of that on my Instagram story. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for everything. Until I see you again, and if I don't see you again, it's been a pleasure having you. Maybe you won't catch me when I come back. It's been a pleasure having you. You are delicious. Stay delicious. And until next time, follow me, I'm delicious. I wanted to put at the end, there will be a couple of more videos that you see. There's a few sponsored posts. The dates for those kind of get locked in, so you will see those go up. But those will be the only videos that you see from me for a little while. But we had a good crack doing them, so all the fucking best.
Wait a second. He said at the end right there, he said, we had good crack doing them. This is going to be the last for me for a little while. What does that mean? Does that mean he's finished for good? He's done for good? I think he could be done forever. What the hell? Bro, he's only been on the internet for 3 years. He blew up massive. You know, the fame gets to people. He said every day 50 people would shout at him, oh, we love your stuff. It's like huge celebrity status, and making so much money that he's able to give away 10,000 euro, etc., etc. And now he's going away for an unprecedented amount of time. It just doesn't add up to me. Like, I always think there's something fishy beyond the surface. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do definitely think there's something fishy going on there, guys. Something not right. Maybe the vibe has shifted since that immigration thing. Maybe he gets hate now or something. I'm not really sure. You know, people asking him what's his true opinion on things. Maybe his sponsors are trying to change him or something like that. There's something going on. We don't know. I'll never know, guys. I'm just, you know, speculating on the internet because I'm allowed to do that. But something fishy doesn't seem right, you know. And the immigration thing that he talked about was good, guys. You know, if you come somewhere, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, you have to give back to the people, you know. Don't just come here and expect the country to give you this and that. And, you know, what he said was correct about immigration. Nobody I talked to, even people that love Garren, disagreed with that. I talk to loads of people every day. They all agree that he was correct on the immigration thing. Like, look at this, guys. I saw an article yesterday. It says every cow in Ireland has its own passport to track its whereabouts. So every cow in Ireland has its own passports, but you have people coming from God knows where, Albania and flipping the Middle East and wherever, rural parts of Africa or whatever, and they don't have any passports. It's bullshit, guys. It's bullshit. They're scamming the system, man. You know, the UN, the EU are bringing people in as well. Unbelievable. I don't know what to make about that. Everyone, leave your speculative comments in the comment section down below. Is he taking a good break for good? I think so, guys. It could be 6 months, could be a year. We could never see him again. You know, he said, oh, maybe you might see me when I'm back. What does that mean? It could be like a flipping year. You know, a lot of people, the internet moves very, very quick. If you're not posting every day or every second day or every week, people forget about you, unfortunately. So let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you guys don't forget about me ever. We're never stopping posting, okay? Ever. If you guys see me stop posting, it means because someone flipping took me out, okay? Or some crazy shit happened, because we're never, ever stopping. I love you guys all. I hope to see you in the next video, which will be today, because I put up 4 videos a day. And I appreciate the support. You don't know how much it means to me that you guys watch these videos. It means the world. Also, if you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today. And I'll see you all in the next one. Beautiful, loyal patriots and nationalists.